and welcome anywhere around the world you're watching us. This is Nationwide. We're live in Abuja on the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority. I'm Ayodiji Makinde. Chairman, Senate Committee on Public Accounts, Senator Ahmed Aliyu Wadada, is assuring Nigerians that the tax reform bills currently before the National Assembly will significantly be a game changer in driving revenue generation and ensuring equity in sharing formula to stimulate economic growth and development. Senator Wadada urged Nigerians to support the reforms as he commends President Bola Tinubu for the bold steps taken so far to reset the economy. Aliyu Tijani reports.
The tax reform bill have continued to generate reaction for and against as the bill goes through legislative processes targeting holistic reforms and a paradigm shift in tax system of the Federation. Chairman Senate Committee on Public Account, Senator Ahmed Aliyu Wadada, advises critics of the bill to carefully study content of the bill rather than being politically motivated in their submissions. On the value-added tax, VAT, which is the most contentious issue in the reform bills, Senator Wadada assures that the Senate will take into consideration all submissions so as to reach a consensus before passing the bill.
The most controversial and ambiguous aspect of the tax reform bill is the VAT aspect of it. The study of the tax reform is a fantastic document because the world today is a global village. Nigeria cannot live in isolation.
While commending President Bola Tinubu for his administration policies and reforms, Senator Wadada says Nigeria must not miss this opportunity to reform its tax system. Aliyu Tijani, NTA News.
Now, the Minister of State for Petroleum Resources, Oil, Heineken Lokobiri, wants Nigerians to appreciate the deregulation of the petroleum downstream, which is said has ultimately resulted in availability of petroleum products across the country. Lydia Sampson has more.
Ensuring product availability and delivery of value for motorists necessitated the Minister's tour of petrol stations in Yenagoa, the capital of Bayelsa State. Straight from Bayelsa International Airport, Heineken Lokobiri began his tour of petrol stations, starting station at Etigwe, accompanied by officials of the Nigerian Midstream and Downstream Petroleum Regulatory Authority. He also visited an NNPC affiliate filling station and some independent petrol stations at Upolu, as well as NNPC mega station at Berdo Junction. In all the stations he visited, the minister requested the pump attendants to dispense fuel to measure actual volume being sold to Nigerians. At the end of the tour, Lokobiri said the purpose of his visit to fuel stations in the state is to ascertain availability of products and to ensure Nigerians are not being cheated.
I've been going from one filling station to the other to ensure that, the price they are selling is not our business. You can see the price disparity. Some filling stations are selling 1,050 naira. NNPC, mega filling station is selling for 999. Others are selling for 1,200. That is the essence of the regulation. And I've always contended that the price will find its level. What we need to do is to ensure that products are available, for the benefit of Nigerians.
He expressed satisfaction with the availability of petroleum products in line with the deregulation policy of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu's administration. The minister reiterated that since President Bola Tinubu assumed office, Nigerians no longer experience fuel scarcity due to the benefits of deregulation and market forces. He said despite high demand, as is usual during the Yuletide, products are available throughout the country. He recalled how in the past, during festive seasons and high demand, product scarcity was always overwhelming, leading to price hikes. This, he said, has become history as the oil sector becomes fully deregulated, stressing that the leadership of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is deliberate about ensuring product availability and that products are customers in the right volume. Lydia Sampson.
The House Committee on Sports has described the home-based Super Eagles qualification for the Championship of African Nations Cup in Kenya, Uganda and Tanzania at the expense of Ghana as a good sign that Nigeria's flag will be hoisted at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. The home-based Eagles on Saturday defeated their Ghanaian counterparts 3-1 at the Godswill Akpabio International Stadium, Uyo, after a goalless draw in the first leg in Accra. Reacting to the victory, Chairman House Committee on Sports Kabiru Amadu congratulated the team and the Nigeria Football Federation for finishing the year on a high note. Amadu advocated early campaign of national teams to put them in good shape as title contenders. The Federal Ministry of Women Affairs has flagged off nationwide distribution of food items to vulnerable women and families to enable them have food in the spirit of the season. Momso Gambindati has details.
Welcome to the official flagging off of the Renewed Hope end-of-year intervention for vulnerable women and families.
Merry Christmas and a prosperous New Year, and I hope that this little intervention will support many more families to put food on the table. All the groups, they are registered with us, as many as possible. This will be done all across the country. More people that will be supporting us so that we can be able to kind of double up effort to ensure that we address the global challenges around food security.
When we gather like this, it is not only to celebrate those that are less vulnerable. No, it is to celebrate the entirety of the Nigerian women, the girl child, and the vulnerable among us as well.
It's not possible for us to bring all the group members here. Various group leaders are here to collect concerning on behalf of their groups, then for online distribution to the members of their groups.
Women from diverse groups, organizations and associations, religious and secular, are all represented here.
We want to thank His Excellency President Bola Tinubu for this, reaching out to the vulnerable and some women just to assist them. This is Christmas period and it's a period of sharing, period of love.
We have lost hope that nothing will be done this year, but with our new Honorable Minister, I'm happy because Nigerian women are dearly in need of this. For championing the Renewed Hope agenda of food security and making sure that the less privileged, the vulnerable, have access to.
With joy and excitement, the women proceed back to their constituencies for onward distribution. Momso Damien Ati, NTA News.
Bayelsa State's Governor Dori Diri has appreciated the Korean government for completing the installation of the modern rice processing mill in the state. The governor said the gesture will further strengthen the bilateral relationship between the state and partners in boosting the socio-economic development of the state. Timothy Priye Ohia reports.
In furtherance to his commitment to make Bayelsa State a hub of food production to achieve food security and sufficiency, the South Korean team to Bayelsa has completed installations of modern rice mill. The installation of the rice mill at the state's own school-to-land farm in Yanagwa with capacity to process 40 metric tons of rice paddies per day. During the visit, the governor expressed appreciation to the Korean government for donating the rice mills, farming tractors, as well as providing technical support to the state, as this gesture will further strengthen bilateral relationship between the state and the Korean government and the area of agriculture.
Bayelsa is very good for rice farming. And like you said, we should be exporting rice. But Bayelsa is buying rice. So we want to stop Bayelsa buying rice. And that's why when Ambassador King came here, we talked and he saw the potential and he said, no, I'm going to put Bayelsa in the Koika program. And he did that, and we are now benefiting from farming equipment, rice farming equipment.
Leader of the Korean delegation says the team has worked with the state's Ministry of Agriculture since arrival to train staff in soil preparation, land irrigation, rice cultivation and milling.
To Bayelsa State, then we bring the machine, this tractor, different tractor, equipment different other country. Also this one we use is a rotator and other leader.
The mills are there to mill, buy or take most of the rice farms, particularly from the private sector, and mill them. So our dream is to ensure that in no distant time we should see Bayelsa rice in supermarkets, not only in Bayelsa, outside Bayelsa State.
The project, when in use, will go a long way in the realization of the vision of the prosperity government to produce rice in commercial quantities for local consumption and exports. In Yemagua, Timilipri, or here, NTA News.
Ministry of Livestock Development says a sophisticated digital infrastructure will be deployed in checking cases of cattle rustling. Ministry of Livestock Development stated this during a strategic engagement with key industry players in Yola, Adamawa State. Correspondent Yusuf Jika reports.
A promising deal with all issues exhausted in line with federal government intention to apply digital solutions to livestock farming.
If this program succeeds in this country, it will, many countries will emulate it.
Improve from the local breeds we've got, to some other versions of higher breeds of animals for productivity in terms of milk and also in terms of beef. Sensitizing them on the need to embrace the new techniques in animal management.
The minister says the initiative will address the age-long crime militating against the growth of the industry and propose dialogue as an effective tool during conflict.
Implanting chips to some of these animals so that we can trace them in an event of wrestling, as well as using modern technology that is today being tested within this country.
Idimaha inaugurates sales of feed and fodder to farmers cultivated in partnership with Livestock Resilience Support Project and Investor to enhance productivity.
Livestock is feed. Feed is livestock. If you don't have feed and self-sufficient in feed, you don't have livestock. And that's why today we have all these, our brothers and sisters moving all over the country looking for feed. This is the way to go. The dream is that it should be an all-year production of grasses.
The minister earlier paid homage to Lamido Adama, Muhammad Barkindo, to seek support in steering the ship of the ministry. In Yola, Yusuf Jika, NTA News.
And from Yola, we go over to our Lagos Network Center, and Hingino has the next set of reports. Hingino.
Ayo. As 2024 gradually comes to an end, Christians around the world gathered in their various places of worship to reflect on the year and look forward to 2025. Lynn Leneke, who attended the last Sunday service for the year 2024 in some churches in Lagos, tells us more.
Christians across Lagos praising God for giving them the opportunity to witness the last Sunday of the year. At the various churches visited, clergymen urged parishioners to remain proactive and steadfast in prayers. They also emphasized the need for Christians to always demonstrate unwavering faith in God.
Let us thank God that we are seeing the end of this year, and by God's grace we will see the new year.
Let us count it as a privilege for us to have witnessed this thing, and so since it is a privilege, let us remember that it is the faithfulness of God that has led us thus far.
It is indeed a day of praise and thanksgiving for what the Lord had done. He had surprised us pleasantly in a year that had been predicted globally to be a year of belt tightening and hardship.
For today, being the last Sunday in the year 2024, the Lord has been so good to us as a people.
These worshippers say they are not taking God's faithfulness in their lives for granted.
There is hope, and there might be some pitfalls, some obstacles along the way. We do not let those obstacles define us.
Though 2024 came with some challenges, the parishioners are happy that they are ending it strong and hopeful that 2025 will be better. In Lagos, Lynn Lenake, NTA News.
Now, addressing the challenges militating against hitch-free trade is pivotal to achieving economic inclusion of small-scale entrepreneurs and accelerating economic growth. This, experts believe, would help businesses grow beyond their formative stages in Nigeria. Joel Pupola has the report.
Each free movement of goods and services and free trade zones, according to economic experts, are salient enablers of economic development in any country, and Nigeria is no exception. Over the years, the federal government has adopted a series of policies to achieve trade facilitation, including modeling Nigeria's port operations to hasten clearance of goods at the port. While this is commendable, the numerous checkpoints along the borders have to be reduced to allow easy movement of goods.
There are so many incumbents to trade facilitation. Look at the checkpoint along semi-axis. During the night, you can see not less than 70 checkpoints. We will see a situation whereby 3 or 4 different agencies are controlling one item. The border officials will also need to realign themselves to facilitating trade. And look up here, a situation where every year government sets up a kind of mandate, say, look, this is what the custom will have to bring in. It gives a kind of psychological psych that every kind of goods you see, hold it, collect money.
Access to information and credit facilities are also factors that need urgent attention for trade facilitation and ease of doing business to be achieved.
If you see some of the products that come out from our women, you will be doubly impressed. But the fact is, the finance to ensure that we have the kind of quantity that would be a game changer for their businesses is actually missing.
Experts believe having a proper documentation of business owners and traders through their respective associations will help government policies and initiatives achieve the desired results. In Lagos, Joel Pupola, NTA News.
And those are the reports from Lagos. Nationwide continues in Abuja with Ayo after the break.
You're welcome back. Yobe State's Governor Mai Malabuni has launched the disbursement of 50 million naira cash grant and distribution of startup kits to 500 beneficiaries trained by the State Emergency Management Agency in collaboration with the United Nations Development Program. The beneficiaries received months of training in production of household products such as soap, detergents, disinfectants and charcoal briquettes using local materials. Yunusa Suleiman has the details.
Empowering people, particularly women, is an agenda and priority of Yobe State government under its post-insurgency recovery drive to build resilience of IDPs and returnees in communities for self-reliance.
Beneficiaries who are trained in the production of soap, detergents, charcoal, shoes, disinfectants, marked a significant milestone in our administration commitment to our recovery program by rebuilding livelihoods, strengthening economic resilience, and fostering stability for a brighter future of these communities.
This set of 500 beneficiaries is another phase of beneficiaries who have gained the ability to create products that are not only valuable in the local markets, but also to contribute their personal financial independence.
Excellency, for you to all our beneficiaries as we present the uniqueness products, these products are produced locally with local materials.
It is believed that with such interventions, government will reduce the level of idleness among the youth and enhance their capacity to be productive members of the society. True. Yunusa Suleiman, NTA News.
Elsewhere, winners to represent Nigeria at the World Quranic Recitation Competition have emerged at the just concluded National Quranic Recitation Competition in Benue Kebbi. Correspondent Abdul Jalil Mohammed Bawa has details of the event.
النصر الله والفتح رب قد آتيتني من الملك وعلمتني من تأويل الأحاديث.
That was a recitation of the Holy Quran by the overall winners Buhari Suleiman from Kano and Rumesau Dahiru from Yobe State at the closing ceremony of the 39th National Quranic Recitation Competition. The competition served as a screening ground to select overall winners who will represent Nigeria at the International Quranic Recitation Competition.
The 39th edition, like its preceding editions, have once again shown to us the unifying power of the glorious Quran.
Your commitment, passion, dedication to mastering the beautiful art of Quran recitation are truly commendable.
We've seen how Islam brought us together. In Islam, there's no Izana, no Tariqa, no Qadriya, no whatever it is. We're all Muslims and nothing else but Muslims.
The overall winners and other contestants received prizes of car, TV sets, cash, among other gifts. In Birnin Kebbi, Abdul Muhammad Bawa, NTA News.
As part of efforts to guarantee adequate security within the Nigerian territory, the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Yedi, has put measures in place to boost the morale of soldiers and other security operatives. Lieutenant General Oluyede, who organized a luncheon for soldiers and other security operatives in that regard, charged them to uphold their constitutional mandate of protecting the nation's territorial integrity. Innocent Agbo completes the story.
Ensuring the realization of President Ahmed Bola Tinubu's dream of achieving adequate security for the country, the Nigerian Army, under the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oluyede, has seen support and encouragement to soldiers and other security operatives as indispensable tools. The Chief of Army Staff festive luncheon, which took place at the Nkwagu Military Cantonment, Abakaliki Formation, based in Ivul local government area of Ebonyi State, is one of those measures to pat them on the back and to re-strategize them towards achieving the aims of the Southeast Operation Udoka. Of Army Staff, represented by Major General O.C. Ajunwa, expressed gratitude to the officers and soldiers for their unwavering commitment in addressing Nigerian security challenges. He urged them to remain focused and loyal to constituted authorities while fulfilling their constitutional duties.
Let me reiterate that the welfare of officers, soldiers and their families, including those of our departed and injured colleagues, will remain my top priority. For all the troops, I remain very grateful. Without you, we will not be here and we will not be able to achieve what we are. Thank you and God bless.
The trust will no doubt inspire us to continue upholding the highest standards of professionalism and dedication to duty.
The event was attended by dignitaries as well as head of other security agencies in the field, and it featured the symbolic serving of meals to troops and different cultural displays. In Abakaliki, Innocent Abo, NTA News.
In another development, the Nigerian Navy is set to navigate uncharted waters in 2025, with 24 newly promoted Rear Admirals expected to be at the helm of various naval operations. Defense correspondent Najat Tijani reports on the impact this is expected to make on Nigeria's naval capabilities.
Shipping of stripes, the age-old naval tradition of promoting a senior officer, comes with much responsibility.
For the former Director Information of the Nigerian Navy and his counterparts, this means using experience to bear on key issues including maritime security and diplomacy.
We are sufficiently motivated to continue on the path this to the nation.
The defense and naval chiefs say this also has broader consequences expected to lead to a shift in military operations in 2025.
The efforts to continue to rely on the leadership and expertise of individuals like you for maritime security and to safeguard our country to ensure we tackle all the security challenges, including economic challenges.
We are expected to be approved and ensure that we also always equally high to the zero tolerance stance of the Nigerian to all forms of irregularities and criminalities.
When an officer is promoted, it recognizes hard work, dedication, leadership, and strategic thinking abilities of the said officer. In the case of the Nigerian Navy, the promotion of these 24 to the rank of Rear Admiral can have a huge impact on national security policies, especially regarding the way the Nigerian Navy operations are handled.
A total of 146 senior officers were promoted to various ranks in the Nigerian Navy, 24 of them to the 2-star rank of Rear Admiral, and this is expected to lead to significant reorganization, making an impact on the Navy's overall structure and operations in 2025. Najaa Tijani, NTA News.
We now pause for some messages nationwide. We'll be back. Thanks for staying tuned. Now join me as we go over to the food basket of the nation, where Charles in our Makurdi Network Center takes it up from here. Good evening, Charles.
And a warm welcome to Makurdi. I'm Charles Abba. Governor Hassan Talia has called on parents to ensure that every child in Benue State is protected and enrolled in school. He said this at the NTA Makurdi Christmas party while delivering the message of the wife of the president, Oluremi Tinubu. Iverin Solomon reports that the 2024 Christmas party is being sponsored by the president's wife.
It is the mandate of NTA to educate, enlighten, and entertain the people, and that is why the organization in Makurdi yearly play host children and parents to celebrate Christmas. However, this year's Christmas celebrations held in the premises of the NTA was put together by the First Lady of Nigeria, Oluremi Tinubu, under the Renewed Hope Agenda initiative. The children were fully entertained.
I want to tell the governor that Happy Christmas and a prosperous New Year, and I want to tell him that thank you. I feel so happy and excited that I get to play with my friends.
The Benue State Governor, Hyacinth Alia, also graced the occasion. The governor conveyed the message of the wife of the president, saying she has put in place educational programs for children so as to curtail high cases of out-of-school children.
This is to let you know how much love she has for all of you, my Benue children. She not only ensure that we all celebrate this Christmas, we're all joyous and happy.
The governor also disclosed that the 2025 Christmas party will be a 2-day event and will hold at the Government House, Makurdi. Zona Director, NTA Network Center, Makurdi, Pam Dunyan, presented a gift to the governor as a mark of appreciation. In Makurdi, Iverin Solomon, NTA News.
Still from the executive, the Benue State government says it will continue to partner with the private sector to boost effective healthcare delivery in the state. Governor Hassan Alia, who said this during the inauguration of an ultra-modern medical facility in Makurdi, adds that the collaboration will enhance the economy. Iverin Solomon is still on the line.
Since the inception of this current administration, high premium has been placed on the healthcare system. This has also made those in the private sector to complement the efforts of the state government. While inaugurating the healthcare facility, representative of the Benue State Governor, the Chief of Staff, Paul Biam, applauded the effort put in to assist the state government in addressing the health needs of the people of the state.
As a citizen, I go to take off in Abuja.
founder, Zoe's Hospital, Mr. John Abu, said the siting of the hospital is born out of his childhood dream to help humanity, especially the vulnerable persons.
From childhood I have it down in mind that if God blesses me, I'm going to contribute my quota to the health sector. And one of the things that push me is the present government, they are so interested in encouraging private sector.
The approach to healthcare delivery here is patient-centered.
This hospital belongs to the entire community.
The hospital has 13 rooms, well-equipped laboratory, theatre, maternity and children's ward with serene environment. In Makudi, Iveri Solomon, NTA News.
And that report runs off our contribution from Makudi. Ayodeji Makinde is back to you.
Thanks. Back here, let's tell you that the need for security agencies and other people of vested interest to rise up to the challenge of cleaning up and detonating other improvised explosive devices still hidden in the troubled zones of Shiwero local government area of Niger State has been stressed to further avert tragic occurrences. Senator representing Niger East Senatorial District, Sani Musa, raised the concern during a sympathy visit to the survivors of the recent explosion in Bassa village, currently receiving treatments at a specialist hospital in Mina. Fatima Usman reports.
The senator, while commiserating with the victims, said the cleanup is imperative as the recent collaborative efforts by both the military and natives have reportedly led to the discovery of more IEDs planted in the area by the hoodlums. He, however, urged the people of the community to yield to the advice of limiting their movement to the controlled areas until sanity is achieved. The senator, who is also the Senate Chairman Committee on Finance, applauded the combined efforts of the security agencies on the successes recorded in the battle against insurgency, and more synergies will be sought to ensure peace is restored to the area. Senator Sani Musa, who also regretted the impact of activities of terrorists on the agrarian community, said efforts must be intensified to tackle the security challenge head-on to enable them contribute to the present administration's commitment towards ensuring food sufficiency.
When I heard this, it was shocking because we've been able to curtail most of the atrocities these bandits are doing around that area. But surprisingly, somebody sneaked in and planted these bombs around the farm centers, around farms, and you can see the victims are all young children and very innocent people. I'm very sure the security agencies are on top of it, and by the grace of God, this will not occur again.
The 5 survivors, who are mostly youths and have lost the use of their limbs, appealed to both federal and state governments as well as well-meaning Nigerians to come to their aids. I'm Fatima Usman, NTA News.
Non-kinetic approach is critical in winning the hearts and minds of the citizens towards a safe and secure community. This was amplified during the visit of Hope Everyday Foundation to the Kuje Correctional Center in Abuja, where they urged well-meaning Nigerians and organizations to do more for the vulnerable citizens in the country.
Prisoners need to constantly check their blood pressure, constantly need to check their temperature and their blood sugar. So we call most of those things vital check. A strong desire to help people, to help the helpless actually, to help people that need these services and cannot afford it.
The monthly medical outreach and legal services by the organization are geared towards giving help to the inmates and encourage them to turn a new leaf. Troops of 1 Brigade, Sector 2 Operation Fasan Myanmar have apprehended a 25-year-old female ammunition courier, Shamsiya Ahadu, who allegedly specializes in supplying weapons to terrorists in Zamfara State. The suspect was arrested alongside her accomplice, a motorcycle rider in district of Shinkafi local government area of the state. She was found in possession of 764 rounds of 7.62 mm special ammunition and 6 magazines meant to be delivered to a wanted terrorist campaign Benue Turji's camp. A statement from the coordinator, Joint Media Coordinating Center, Operation Fasim Yamma, Lieutenant Colonel Abubakar Abdullahi, says the arrests followed an intelligence report regarding the movement of the terrorist logistics in the area. It says the troops remain dedicated to dismantling all terrorist networks, as well as preventing illegal movement of arms and ammunition within the theater of operation. It urges members of the public not to relent in the effort at providing credible information that would lead to the arrests of wanted terrorists and their collaborators. Border communities in Sokoto states have refuted allegations made by the leader of Niger Republic military junta, General Chiani, that Nigeria is forging an alliance with France to establish military bases and sponsor terrorists to undermine stability and sovereignty in the country. Abdullahi Umar Ilalu sought the views of people on the development at the border local government areas in Sokoto states.
Sokoto State shares borders with Niger Republic in several local government areas, including Tangaza, Godu, Ilela, and Gada. For years, border communities have lived peacefully with their neighbors from Niger Republic. However, allegations by General Chiani, leader of the military junta in Niger Republic, claiming that Nigeria hosts French soldiers, has been described as untrue. This is the bustling cattle market at Ruawuri village in Tangaza government area, located less than 40 kilometers from Niger Republic. As of our report, people from both countries were interacting and trading harmoniously. Market patrons unanimously contradicted General Chiani's claims, stating they have never seen foreign soldiers in their areas.
An ce akwai sojoji na Faransa, amma dai gaskiya mun ba mu gansu ba, amma sojoji namu sati biyu da sun kauce ma mun gansu hannan gaskiya motoci da yawa.
Ban taba gani ba, wani bai ce min ya gani ba, don kaga dutsen ga ƙasa garai bakin Niger na.
From Ruawuri village, we proceeded to Bale headquarters of Gudu local government area, where Nigerian soldiers are deployed to counter Lakurawa activities. Residents confirmed they have never seen foreign soldiers even in the deepest bush.
Dangane da sojojin da a gare mu na Najeriya na ba mu da wasu baƙi waɗanda suka iso nan waɗanda ba mu san da su ba gaskiya. Ba mu gani ba kuma mu jiya ba, kuma ba wanda zai faɗa.
We are not aware of any foreign soldiers that are here in our Nigeria. So the soldiers that are living here is only the soldiers that we have in Nigeria. Those are that are in Nigeria, living in Nigeria with us.
At Ilela local government, which also shares a border with Niger Republic, locals described General Chiani's claims as unfortunate. Sarkin Matan Araba urged the Nigerian leader to retract his statement.
To, wannan mun ji bakin ciki saboda tsakaninmu da su uwanmu ɗai ubanmu ɗai. Saboda in kaga mutunan Araba ko mutunan Kalmalo ko mutunan Ilela, in bai da dan uwa Niger, bai da gidan uba Niger, ko shina da gidan uwa.
In Gada local government area, residents denied the existence of the Dajin Gaba forest, allegedly used as a base for French soldiers by the Nigerian government as claimed by General Chiani. Security analyst Associate Professor Mutala Ahmad Rufai of Usman Danfodio University, Sokoto, also dismissed the allegations as unfounded and called for their withdrawal.
Well, what prompted the allegation is nothing other than Nigeria or ECOWAS is actually against the military rule. And then the military junta in Niger have actually come and they feel now what President Bola Ahmed Tinubu is saying, he is saying the position and opinion of Nigeria and Nigerians. But the fact of the matter remains that he is speaking on behalf of the ECOWAS and also on behalf of the good-meaning Nigerians. So the fact of the matter is he is trying as much as possible to react. And in my own opinion, the head of the military junta has actually overreacted and he has overstepped his own boundaries.
The border community's confirmation of no foreign soldier presence underscores the baseless and misleading nature of the allegations. From Sokoto, Abdullah Omar Ilalu, NTA News.
The Nigerian Television Authority and other federal government-owned broadcast outfits are receiving federal government adequate attention to maintain leading role in broadcast ecosystem. The Director General of the Nigerian Television Authority, Comrade Salihu Abdulhamid Dembos, said this in Kaduna at the reunion of former staff of NTA Kaduna. Haruna Muhammad reports.
The reunion of the former staff of NTA was a platform for frank discussion and recalling their past with nostalgia. While recounting his good old days in NTA, the former Director General Malam Muhammad Ibrahim, who chaired the event, traced the evolution of the Nigerian Television Authority in 1976 to the desire of the federal government in unifying the country after 1967 Civil War. The Director General of NTA, Comrade Salihu Abdulhamid Dembos, said President Tinubu has deployed resources for the provision of modern facilities for the federal government-owned media organizations.
So I would like to thank the President for considering the need to enhance the rehabilitation, also the equipping of our stations across the country, and equally to thank the Honourable Minister for being there for us. It's an issue that is very, very important, and this is a very big achievement under this present administration.
A paper presenter, Professor Sumaila Shehu of Ahmadu Bello University Zaria, and other speakers stressed the need for NTA to maintain its leading role in the broadcast industry.
NTA is there before everyone, and it's everywhere, and you can't beat the rich. Some licenses were given to other private practitioners who are yet to establish a holistic network like that of NTA.
I've seen great changes, so whether we accept it or not, there have been changes. I watch my screen every day, and sometimes I don't know whether I'm watching BBC or NTA. It as it is, and it is true. What we want to see is that this development translates to some of our local stations.
Haruna Mohammed, NTA News.
The Federal Road Maintenance Agency, FERMA, has embarked on nationwide maintenance of highways, tagged Operation Connect to Your Destination 2.0, to ensure safe monitoring of the highways during and after the Yuletide festivities. Correspondent Haruna Muhammad reports that FERMA coordinator, who is in charge of Kaduna State, Kabiru Ilyasu Danmulki, is currently on inspection of the ongoing maintenance work of highways in the purview of Kaduna State.
Live sooner, drive slower to live longer, but the roads must be in good shape. Upshot of the matching other program Connect to Your Destination 2.0 by the Managing Director, Federal Road Maintenance Agency, Engineer Emeka Akwasi. The order is in full force in Kaduna State with the repairs of failed sections and patching of potholes. On the Zaria-Hunkuyi-Danja Katsina State Border Highway, the maintenance is on top gear with the engineer in charge of road maintenance Kaduna State, Kabiru Ilyasu Damulki, inspecting the quality of work and pace.
One of the major roads in Kaduna State that connects so many communities, and also it goes to so many states. Our advice is always for the motorists and general public to always cooperate with us while working on the roads. This work is for good of everybody.
For the commuters of the highway, this is what they have to say.
We commend FEMA for this job, especially the quality of the work.
I like the road now. Good way. By
Pothole on the road made it bad, but now that FEMA is working on it, we are grateful.
The Operation Connect to Your Destination 2.0 under the Federal Road Maintenance Agency. By the time this road is completed, it will be a smooth ride for commuters, but like the Federal Road Safety is saying, drive safe to remain alive. From Zaria, Hunkuyi, Danja, Katsina State Border, I am Haruna Mohammed, NTA News.
And just enough time to go over to our Port Harcourt Network Center where Diba Barry is waiting.
Come to Port Harcourt. Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Olufemi Oloide, has charged officers of 6th Division Port Harcourt Barracks to ensure they protect critical infrastructure to increase oil production in the Niger Delta region, which will in turn boost the economy of the country. This was during an official visit by the Chief of Army Staff and decoration of promoted officers. The report.
The medical wards! Into the gas! Dismiss!
The visit of the Chief of Army Staff is to encourage troops to be dedicated to doing their part in boosting oil production in the region. He advised them not to get involved in illegal activities, but to continue to protect critical infrastructure of the country.
Where is the government going to get the money if they don't have money from oil? That oil production must go up at all costs. As your father, I will beg you to do what is correct. That is as a father now. Now as your leader, if you don't do what is correct, I will deal with you decisively. Is that clear?
Yes, sir!
The Chief of Army Staff also assured the troops of their welfare, promising that their effort will yield positive results from the federal government.
It's for you to go back, tell your colleagues, we must make things better here. In the next few weeks, you will see that things will start changing. Even RCA, we're working on it so that we can have something better for you. And the same thing we're going to do with kitchen and accommodation.
Earlier, the Chief of Army Staff held a closed-door meeting with officers. 11 officers of 6th Division were promoted, and their decoration was witnessed by other officers, family, and friends. River State Governor Siminalayi Fubara has challenged governors of the South-South states to continue to embrace measures that will drive sustainable peace and development in the Niger Delta region. He was speaking while receiving the Bayelsa State Governor, Senator Doye Diri, who led members of his delegation on a Christmas visit to Government House, Port Harcourt. Osinachi Samuel has details.
The visit of Governor Doye Diri is to further cement synergy between Bayelsa and River State in the spirit of Christmas. Impressed by the surprise visit, Governor Fubara thanked the Bayelsa State Governor for such act, which he says demonstrates the mutual understanding they both share in governance, and expressed the belief that together they will commit to protecting national assets within both states towards advancing national unity. He noted that the Braced Commission has the interest of the zone at heart.
As a matter of fact, one of the assignments I would want is to carry on with, let us strengthen the Braced Commission. So we can't talk about development, solving crime issues in River State, because if we solve only that of River State, people might run to Akwa Ibom. In the night, they come here to come and that. So it must be something that while we're doing here, that should be that same synergy in Akwa Ibom, that same synergy in the Cross River, in Delta. And that is the only way we can get solution.
Bayelsa State Governor Senator Doye Diri pointed to the common traits binding both states, particularly the culture, social and economic ties, and praised Governor Fubara for maintaining the relationship.
But more importantly today, I'd like to also put on record that since you came on board, between our two states, it has been very peaceful. Between our two states, we have had a whole lot of understanding, even in areas where we had some previous disagreements. And for me, that is very instructive.
Both states have been partnering towards amicably addressing their boundary issues, among other things. In Port Harcourt, Osinachi Samuel, NTA News.
And that does it from Port Harcourt. Is back to Abuja for the rest of the news. Good evening.
Oh, yes, Diba Barry, thanks for your contribution from Port Harcourt Network Center. That's nationwide. I'd like to thank you for watching. I'm Ayodeji Makinde from all of us here in Abuja. Enjoy the rest of your holiday. Bye-bye.